Welcome to Live Alive, the game where you don't have to watch 7 movies to figure out what's going on. Previously is an Avengers scenario. Yeah, they would release a movie about this, a series of them. But we're led by the Kasugi Kid, and he's gathering a ragtag bunch of law-abiding hero-type folks to go shoot Orsted in the head. Right now we have Oonga, the tank, Masaru, who's just like, he's happy to be here. And we have the mage. Ninja Mage. Also, I made a mistake. I said Kasugi is power-based. He's not power-based. Look at that int. He's definitely an int-based character, too. You need to be intelligent to shoot a gun. In fact, I don't think there's any power-based ranged characters in this game. And my thingy. You might hear some weird noises. My pop filter is like moving around on its own. It's not staying where I put it. Alright, I think that's fine. Okay, back to Live Alive. I went back to this area, so I could farm a whole bunch of Neorigusas. I'm not intending on using them. They're kind of important for something else. But we got like a whole bunch of things already, including power parts, and an iron box. We gotta start doing dungeons. There's 7 dungeons. I don't think you need to do all the dungeons. And how about no to this fight? I'll do that fight later. But they're really good for getting like ultimate weapons. So I'm gonna do like all the dungeons. Why the heck not? That's the village. We don't have nothing to do in the village. The first dungeon we're gonna do is Masaru's. Because it's close, it's easy, it's straightforward, it's pointless, just like him. Now come on, we've been over this. Note that Masaru's kind of a tanky character in his own right. He has a few levels. Look at his HP. He's level 6. He has, like, 3/4 of the health of Oonga, who's level 17. And Oonga's like one of the top tanks. So yeah, Masaru's a really good physical tank. He could take the hits. It's just that I just don't generally like him or his chapter. Ishtar is actually considered like a mini-boss. And unless you have the cola bottle, it's gonna take you a while to actually kill this thing, because it has like 1,000 health? Over 1,000 health. Because 1 cola bottle is not enough to kill it. But if you have cola bottle, it's super easy to kill it. And it's worth like a lot of experience points. If you're trying to fight that one legit, it could be a problem, because it has like it could imitate MC Escher and like put a whole bunch of status downs on your entire party and spam that stuff, and it could like paralyze somebody. It's bad news. And what the hell is this? I didn't remember seeing this before. Oh, it doesn't look like much of a dungeon, buddy. Alright, fine. If you say so. Welcome to the Dungeon of Strength. We're fighting a Popfistio. I think it's supposed to be a play on the word Apep, which is the Egyptian god of chaos. It's kind of like, you have Mott, which is the big crocodile thing that kills you in La Milana 2. They got that, which is like truth and order, and then you have like this dude who's like chaos. That's what I think it is, anyway, because I tried looking up the name and I couldn't find anything. He's also a tremendous wuss. If you got Oonga, it is super easy to kill this guy. He's pointless, just like pretty much everything else Masaru does. I just think the chapter's pointless. I mean, even his dungeon, we killed the boss. The boss is dead. It's done now. Welcome to the Cave of Strength. You might want to go for all those chests, but they're locked. And they won't unlock until you get the item at the end. Also, there's supposed to be encounters in here, but they don't happen until you get the item at the end. It's like this dungeon is, like, put backwards. Here's the ultimate item. The Super Bandage for Masaru. This will take his bandage and make it incredibly obscene. Now has, like, more power and more vitality than pretty much everybody else. He doesn't need this shield. He doesn't need anything but this Super Bandage. He's good. Though again, I'm still not using him. Oonga Boonga is way better than he is. It also activates all these chests, which contain some pretty good stuff. Like the mermaid bottom. I'm not quite sure why you would want to wear a mermaid bottom when you're trying to walk around, but it's a pretty good int item. Ninja's actually doing some decent damage already. Kasugi's the one that's going to need most of the int, because he has some really powerful moves coming up. And he could really make use of that. He's like one of the characters in this game that could do 999. I think it's like Oonga and Kasugi, and maybe Ninja if you boost him up. There's not many. There's an Ice Helmet. We've seen Ice Helmet. In fact, I think I'm going to put that on Oonga Boonga. Nah, not really. When we do trade out Oonga Boonga for somebody else, I think I should take all of his primitive stuff and put it on somebody else, because that's some good gear. You could give it to Ninja, but he has no use for it. You could use the defense. Why the heck not? He's wearing a helmet now. It protects me from gunshots. Oh, these guys are a piece of work. Which is why I'm going to fight them. The Dimensional Gunzemon, or whatever they're supposed to be called. They got some powerful abilities. Which is why I'm going to be throwing my cola bottle at them. That's one of their weaker abilities, and you saw how much damage it did to Oonga. We're hitting this guy with the lizards. It's lizard time. Stop using lightning on the Oonga Boonga! Luckily everybody is a healer when you use the medicine box. Anybody could be a healer. This is why you go out of your way to get like the special items, because cola bottle and medicine box and all that really trivializes the finale. And you'll be glad it did, because these enemies are quite lethal doing it the regular way. Like these guys, they didn't even use their worst abilities. They have something called like the Iron Cleaving Slash or something like that. They could go through people and do like 600 damage. But no, they wanted to try and ruin Oonga. Didn't work. And there's Titan Brad. Hi, Brad! He's surrounded by pistachios, and not the nut kind. If you attack the pistachios, you'll get hit with a whole bunch of status effects. And if you happen to hit all the pistachios, you're going to be sitting there for like a good 2 minutes waiting for them all to do it. You're supposed to kill the Brad in the middle. And he breaks down everybody else. Yeah, that was Brad. That's what Brad looks like. If you ever know a Brad, well, that's what Brad looks like. I don't think I could do anything with the bloody magic robe. In fact, it's actually kind of terrible. Because it drops your IQ, like, massively, drops your vitality, drops your defense, but gives you a whole lot of power. A whole lot of power. In fact, I could probably go on Masaru. Yeah, that could probably turn him into a beast. And give him a little bit of defense, too. For the lack of a better option, I'm going to just give it to Masaru. Because it only gives him 1 defense anyway. So, I mean, if he does decide to punch instead of just use a cola bottle, he could do that. If he doesn't miss, because I think accuracy is based on your level. And since his level is 6, and these enemies are like level 12 or 13, it's not likely he's going to hit. Ignore the 2 pistachios. They do status effects on you. The Mustard Dragon likes to breathe fire. You know what? At least I'm gonna try it. I'm not gonna try to abuse Jerry. I'm too far away for that. I want to abuse Jerry. Out of my way! I want to abuse Jerry! Darn it! He's standing right in my spot. Asuda. Yeah, it's because his level's so low. And now he's gonna get melted with Oonga. But it's fine, he's a tank too. Well, I got quad shot now, which is 4 shots with a pistol, instead of 3. And sometimes they'll hit the other enemy in a line, so now we're gonna get status effects. Thank you. Great, everybody has every status effect. It's fantastic, except for Oonga, who just lost his arms and legs. Kill it. Kill it with Lizard. That's the name of the game. Kill it with Lizard. It's killed by Lizard. That Mustard Dragon just has so much health. It has, well, not health. It has like 39 health. It's the defense that's super high. How about we don't with these guys? I'm not tempting fate again. The Gold Top Knot. This is the reason why I did this dungeon first. The Gold Top Knot is a decent item on its own. Hi, Brad. Bye, Brad. But also you need to use it for a particular special boss in one of the other dungeons. You need a Gold Top Knot for them. But I'm still busy looting stuff in here. This encounter rate is insane. It's almost like Final Fantasy VI levels sometimes. See? How many steps was that? How many steps was that? This ain't the Dungeon of Strength. It's the Dungeon of Tedium. Can you imagine how annoying this would be if I can't run 100% at a time? Oh good, empty boxes too. What's the point of that? I don't want to fight them. Luckily, running away is ticking down something. It's kind of a worldwide effect. If you run away 100 times, you get to go to a special place. So, Goddess Gauntlet. Extra ints. Kasugi could probably use the int more, especially since he's using a bunt line, and it really doesn't affect his attack that much. And it's just extra defense, and I like Kasugi. He's the best damage dealer, so he should get the best equipment. Anything here? Gold Top Knot is also ints and power, but it's used for other things. As you can tell, you don't get a lot of it. It's like +2 power, +2 int. I would cut these out, but the videos would be like full of cuts. And it only takes me like 2 or 3 seconds to run away, so why the heck not leave it in? Chario boots. I think those increase speed. Definitely not better than the mermaid bottom. Maybe the ninja could use it. Lowers defense, lots of speed. He is a ninja, he might as well have the speed going for him. Since the cowboy's kind of beating him on everything else. Man, I am so glad that the era of like mid-90s random encounters has kind of fallen by the wayside. Except for maybe... Undertale wasn't even that bad. Undertale wasn't even that bad. I mean, actually, I think you have to go fishing for random battles in that game, instead of like, oh, yeah, you took like 10 steps? Okay, here's a battle for you. Final Fantasy VI had it pretty bad. Chrono Trigger and Earthbound at least did the whole sprites on the world map thing that I just absolutely adore, because it's not this. You're getting a masterclass in why I don't like random battles right there. It's just, that's just tedium. Out here it's not as bad, and hey, it's Glaciolabilus! It's the La Milana 2 guy! But he looks different. He's not dog. Get him out of here. Unfortunately, if you kill the Glazio here, it won't, like, drop a platform on you and instantly kill you. And I abuse Jerry this. I can! Wow, Masaru, you did things! You could do it! Unfortunately, your dungeon's already over with, so it doesn't really matter. And you're still level 6, so he probably just got lucky. But yeah, now he could do damage. He could finally do damage. Good on you, man. He's got that bloody magic robe and his bandages. And now we're at the village. Hi! I don't want to do the Dungeon of Intelligence just yet. I rely on strength. I'm not allowed in there. Oh, hey, it's Ness. Yeah, I'm practicing to be a garlic wizard, too. I mean, garlic cleric. Same difference, right? Yeah, we know. You can mind read. He is the Kasugi Kid. His name got around. Yeah, we could try it. We could trust Ness. We could trust Ness. Oh! Oh, I said I don't trust Ness! Yeah, if we say we trust Ness, we don't have to get in this fight, but then again... we can always shoot Ness in the face. He's good for it. He's fought aliens. And bird gods. Now we defeated him with gun. Yeah, you get a choice not to fight Ness if you're the Kasugi Kid. Other times, I think you would just might let him fight. So we're going to be switching out somebody. And that somebody is going to be Masaru. Bye, Masaru. He's going to go back to his training while we have Ness. Ness has a few things I want to get off him anyway. He has all these robot parts I gave him. Those will be useful later. He's also int-based, so, you want some more int stuff that we don't need, like this magic pendant? I should take a note to remove some of his gear, too, because I think it's pretty good. But Ness, yeah, we only have one tank now. That's Oonga. And we can't really move him anywhere else. But at least he's level 13, which is better than level 6. And he has a dungeon, but he gets to it in a different way than the others. What we're doing is heading to the mountains. Less than 20 minutes? I think I could do the next dungeon. Especially if I don't fight things. Teleport! I just realized I have to be really careful with Ness and running away, because that's how he gets to his dungeon. So I think I'm going to have to start fighting things. Like these guys. These mammoths could take a hit or two. Unless it's Dogadestin, of course. Yeah, when Ness teleports, there's like a 10% chance he's going to send you to the Dungeon of the Mind, which is his dungeon. So, you gotta be careful with that. We might end up doing Ness's dungeon, and I can't quite remember what goes on in Ness's dungeon. Also, the Kasugi Kid needs some work. Can anybody do, like, some homework for me and find out if the Kasugi Kid uses int or power for his attacks? Because I'm not quite sure. His damage seems low either way. And that would mean I'll probably have to go and get Masaru's bloody magic robe if he is power-based. Because I could have sworn that it's ints, since he has a high int stat to begin with. Yeah, we go this way. We have to head to the far right of this mountain range. Oh hey, that's Mini Puppy! Hello, Manny Puppy. Also, you got Lord Oinu here. We're gonna have to murder Puppy. I don't want to teleport. I'm not ready to teleport yet. What can I do here? How will I psychic them? Ah, Ness, you don't have many options, really. Psychic that way. Unfortunately, Kasugi Kid does not have his other abilities yet. Before, I was able to get a lot of Ishtars and be able to level them up really quickly. Sadly, this is not the case. At least Shadow Image goes off pretty quickly. You gotta be careful not to kill Lord Oinu unless, if you want to kill all the puppies. Otherwise, he's kinda hard to hit. Kinda hard to kill. Unless you're, like, overpowered, like I am. Then nothing matters. But once he dies, the puppies break down, because the puppies are actually robots. Somehow. Oonga could smell! Oonga smells meat. I don't see any meat around here, Oonga. No, Oonga, that's a wall. Oonga, I'm telling you, that's a wall. You can't eat rocks. No, Oonga, it's not love either. I guess love means hidden entrance. Well, welcome to the Dungeon of Instinct. This is Oonga Boonga's area. Dungeon area. It's a big maze. You're supposed to navigate by sniffing. But if you know the right way to go, you can cut down the time easily. You could go this way. And then we go south. Then we get in a battle. Lord Oinu is gonna get a club to the face, because I don't want to fight his puppies. I'm sure his puppies are very nice. He can make a lot of money in, like, the modern era, just selling those puppies. There's a big thing with robot dogs back in, like, the 90s. This room! I'm going this way. The left and right doors will lead to prizes. Middle door will lead to progress. Lord Oinu, we get it. You have money and puppies. You use their money to buy puppies. Now the puppies are put up for adoption. In the Netherworld. An Alice Biscuit. That's a healing item, and we have Medicine Box, so we don't really need healing items, do we? I mean, if you need to heal for $9.99, at least there's an option available to you now. I still have to fight these enemies, because I just don't want to end up going to a dungeon while I'm already in a dungeon. I brought Ness along for one specific reason. And it actually has to do with that room we were just in. Do you have any instance, Ness? Like, any instant attacks? No? Just PK Spooky? Okay. He's starting to do damage, at least. I'm just so spoiled on seeing the Kasugi Kid do like a heck ton of damage to one enemy that I realize he's like only like level 11 or like level 12. And he's not quite there yet. He doesn't get his ultimate abilities till like 13, 14, 16. Then he really starts packing on the damage. And I was heading to this. A unicorn horn. That's just like a flat 10 int. I'm gonna give that to the Kasugi Kid. Whenever I find it. There it is. So what did he do before? Like 115 damage? With a quad shot? Let's see how much he does this time. If it does more than 115, like considerably more, considering he has 10 more int, it might mean that he's int-based. I'm just doing science at this point. I'm just gonna have Ness pass his turn. Alright, quad shot. Hopefully this is 4 bullets, because it might be 3 or 2 or 1. That's 3. I can't surmise from that, because it's supposed to be 4 bullets like that last one was. I'm not able to tell. I mean, when I had the Bloody Magic Robe on him the last time, and he was like power boosted, I don't think he was doing much more damage there either. It's gonna drive me nuts. That was Brad again. Brad says hi. And yeah, you were waiting for it, weren't you? It's the Watanabe scene. Both him and his father got frozen. Well, actually, the father is Watanabe. This is Watanabe Jr. But if you bring Ness, you can read their minds. You know what? I'm going to keep running away. Once Ness is out of my party, or I'm waiting to do his dungeon. That's a hint about running away. If you run away 100 times, you gotta fight the Black Panther that ended those guys. And you want to fight the Black Panther because it drops a very special item. But you're gonna have to be overpowered to do it. Once again, we don't want any, thank you. Don't want any puppies. He's trying to sell us puppies. That's probably what's going on here. But we keep on killing his stock and then murdering him. I think we go this way. So we can get an Astropia Plume. There's so many items that basically do the same thing, because Astropia Plume is also plus in, except this is plus 15 in. Why that's different than a unicorn horn? I guess Astropias are rarer, or more magical. This path, it doesn't matter. Both of them smell like meat. There's just one's a longer walk. You keep on getting clubbed in the face by Oonga Boonga. He doesn't like you. No one likes you. At least you get levels. I forget what Ness gets at level 16, but I don't think it's anything good. Yeah, you smell meat, Oonga. That meat is going through the wall. If you head to the left here, you'll go to the special boss. But I'm not ready to go to the special boss just yet. Alright, I did some science there. He did the quad shot, the 4 bullets. He did 148 damage, so I think he might be int-based. Either that or he just rolled high. I still don't know. All I know is I got a bone axe. This is the ultimate weapon for Oonga Boonga. It's better than the Smolder Spear, finally. Which means other people could use it. I'm not quite sure who. Ness, can you use a spear? No, he uses Bandage. Can you spear? No, you can't. You're a ninja. Can you spear? No, you can't. You're a cowboy. Nobody could spear. Which is sad, because it is a plus 40 attack. Well, that was a pain in the butt, because that was a mustard dragon with those pistachios, and I had to fight it. Luckily, there's going to be no random battles in this room, because it's a special room. Yep, it's that fish thing again, from the ninja. Except now it talks. Yeah, why are you a fish? So he wants a golden top knot. If you didn't get one in in Matsu's, what's his name? Masaru's area, there's also one in Devil's Peak if you go there. The Forbidden Lands. But you need one to talk to him. Do you have, like, something special? Oh, yeah, souls are subjective anyway. You have to say yes, you'll give your soul to him, so he ends up fighting you. He can't game over you, just refight him. This is I'm Lucretia. And as long as you have one tank, and he's sturdy, and does lots of damage, you can make this guy look like a joke. He'll attack people that are adjacent to him with that Poseidon's Whip, then attack with his tail. And that tends to knock him backwards. Everybody else could, like, stay a distance away and use like their best abilities. Ness is gonna have to be a little bit closer. Usually I would have like a better shot by this point. But all I got is quad shot, which is absolutely terrible. Actually, this is down to like Oonga Boonga and the ninja, because they're a high enough level to actually deal some damage. See? This is what happens to Nesses. This is what happens to Nesses when they fight a fish. Go get him, Oonga! Big damage. That's not big damage. And now Ness is getting attacked. And he could get poisoned and paralyzed by that. Maybe you should hang back and heal. I'll let the ninja and the caveman take care of this. If you're diagonal from him, he does crushing bite. This'll buff him up a bit. If we can get some power buffs, like that, we could do quite a bit of damage to this guy. Maybe it's a bad idea to move Kasugi this close, especially since he's gonna miss his shots. I had such a better time fighting this guy before. You could also use the cola bottle on him. He's not immune to it. He'll do about 300-400 damage. Can't do straight 9s to this guy. He's a special boss, after all. But he can get pretty close. See, 385. That's some good damage. So you know what? This is Oonga's fight. It's the Dungeon of Instinct. It might as well be Oonga's fight. We'll just assist with some lizards. The prehistoric weapon and the prehistoric person. And I did do 999. Before I did only like 300 damage. Man, Cola Bottle's broken. He has about 2,000 health. But it's gone now. Praise Cola Bottle! There we go, we got Shot Storm. That's a pretty good ability for the Kasugi kid. Lets him rain down attacks. And you get a mermaid bottom because he killed the fish. And the aerial ring. It's aerial. We fought a fish. We got a mermaid bottom and an aerial ring. Also, he knows things, so we might as well know things off of him. Like, who is he? We know he's Aunt Lucretia because they introduced us during the battle. Well, you're not quite a god now, aren't you? Well, then again, he did survive a rain of lizards to the face. But hey, humans are missing. That's weird. Yeah, maybe the birds will take over, I guess. And he also detects Orsted, or Odio. It might be human, it might not. So where are we? Dungeon of Instinct. It's for cavemen. Here's the other dungeons. We went to the Dungeon of Power, that's the Dungeon of Strength. We've seen the Dungeons of Intelligence and Keys. Mind belongs to Ness. Technique is the I Hit You student. And Time is Kasugi Kid. I didn't ask that. Don't assume things. I guess you're the god of fourth wall breaking. Yeah, it is kind of obtuse trying to find your way to this dungeon. I think he insulted me. Should we tell him the truth? Nah. Who is Kasugi Kid? Okay, that's expected. We have to go back the way we came in, though, so I'm going to be ending the video here. Next time on Live Alive, we do more dungeons. I mean, we got Ness here. We might as well do the Dungeon of Mind next, and find a better healer than he is. I would rather do the Intelligence Dungeon for last, though. Maybe Kasugi's? Or maybe we could go get the I Hit You student, because he's kind of starving up on a mountain. Either way, dungeons. Good night, folks.